It's now 4 o'clock in New York. I guess we'll start here. Buckle up.
We can't hear you. Or is it me?
No, you can't. We can't hear him.
No, okay. Alex, we can't hear you.
I can hear him.
Okay.
I can't hear him. I can't hear him.
Now I can.
No, can't hear you.
Still nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
Marjorie, go tell us what he's saying.
Yeah.
Any lip readers in the room?
Alex, we can't hear you.
Go on your wife's computer.
Yeah, we can hear Marjorie fine.
That's so strange.
Let's talk about him then while you.
Let me go in. Does he know we can't hear him?
Yeah, he
Yes.
knows.
I think so.
I hope so.
Always something.
Problem here.
There you
Thank you.
What?
We
Now
hear
I can
you
hear you.
now.
Yeah.
Now you can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, finally it is yes. What happens is, see, I've been rebooting my machine, and every time I reboot it, I remember to reboot the audio board. But apparently I didn't.
Ah.
No.
Here we are, you know. But now you can hear me, so I had to reboot the board. Every time I forget it. I turned it on and off so many times today because I was having some problems that I didn't think to reboot it. Excuse me.
It was better before.
I'm so upset today because I had to watch. What?
I said it was better before you started talking, but
No, it's been a bad day for us.
yeah, for everybody.
Why? Why? Was something going on today?
You have something against Martin Luther King?
You know, we don't get political on this show, but why not?
What? What do you have
Today
against
might be
Martin
the
Luther
exception.
King? Did something else go on today?
Yeah, it's Martin Luther King. Right. Let me see here. Oh, there's Scott Boddicker. Okay. Yeah, it's Martin Luther King Day, and it gets me depressed whenever. No, I don't know. I just was sitting around today going, this is the end of America as we know it.
Yep.
You know,
Did you see the second speech he gave? The first one was not great, but that second one he gave with his supporters in the room was just.
I didn't hear all of it, but I hear he threatened he could strangle somebody or something, or
I don't know what he was
punch
doing.
somebody.
Rambling. Absolutely rambling.
Listen, if Donald Trump is listening and you want to punch somebody, I'd be happy to engage you in a fist fight. Now, number one, I'm not very good at using my fists. And number two, I am slightly older than you are. Okay? But I challenge you to a fist fight, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'd win. There's no question about it. And I'm not the kind of guy who looks like I could win a fist fight, do I? You know. But anyway, it's just, I listened to his speech and I went, aren't inaugural speeches supposed to be like uplifting and America's going to be, we're going to have a wonderful 4 years here and we're going to help the prosperity and you're all going to be happy and so on. But no, we're going to go over and we're going to take over the Panama Canal.
And rename the Gulf of Mexico. Jesus.
You mean the Gulf of America? Come on.
You mean the Kamala Canal in the Gulf of Obama?
Nobody to fight him. No, wait a minute. There's nobody to fight him on that thing about the Gulf of America because McNally of Ram McNally's house burnt down. in the fires in Hollywood. Yeah.
The other thing that got me, did you see he did not put his hand on the Bible when he took the
Yes.
oath?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yes.
didn't put his hand on the
Oh.
Bible.
He didn't plan on obeying the oath anyway, so.
Well, it would have,
Well, I
exploded.
found out there's
in
an
flames.
out in that oath. There's an out in that oath. It says, "To the best of my abilities."
Right.
So whatever he does, he's living up to his oath of office, although he did not put his hand on the Bible. Does that make it not count or what?
No, because it would have exploded in flames when he touched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually they use something like a family Bible, something like that. And apparently, I guess I didn't know where the Bible was.
They had
at
two
Mar-a-Lago.
Bibles, Alex.
Yeah,
Huh?
too. Yeah.
They had two Bibles and a
They had-
sanctified side.
They had the Lincoln Bible, which he took the oath of office on, and then some other one. I don't know.
Yeah. But I just, I watched
Unbelievable.
this and I saw Biden taking off in the helicopter going, he should be happy. He can rest now.
He is happy.
He can take it
yeah.
easy,
Oh yeah.
And he did a lot. He did a lot of really good damage before he left.
You sure did.
I mean, he pardoned
Mhm.
people that weren't guilty of anything. To
Yeah.
make sure that nobody would go after them. And it was a pretty good deal all the way around. I think it worked fine. Where are you, Mandy? Are you there?
Apparently not.
Yeah. Oh, there she is.
All right.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Oh,
I was listening the whole time, but I didn't know my screen was gone. Sorry.
wait a minute. You're working today?
Yes,
They don't
Oh.
celebrate Martin Luther King's
they
birthday
do.
down in.
I do have this day off, but I'm trying to get 1099s done because we use a company that, like I don't physically do the 1099s and mail them out. We send them to a company that mails them out for us.
Yeah.
And tomorrow is the deadline
Oh boy.
to get it to them so they can get them out. And we're supposed to get 2 inches of snow tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Hey,
Yeah.
we're supposed to get 4 here in Austin.
We
tomorrow.
actually got snow here yesterday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, right, Francine? Didn't that feel good? You look out your window and you see all that snow and you realize you don't have to go out into it.
Yes.
Supposed to be 12 below zero here tomorrow.
Actually, the first time I've been out in weeks was yesterday, and we went to lunch with some friends, and it was snowing. That was wonderful, wasn't it, Marjorie?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Marjorie, by the way, she's been feeling terrible the last couple of weeks. We haven't talked about it here.
Let's
But
not.
she has some pinched nerves and things like that. But the doctor gave her some medicine to take, and you're in pretty good shape now.
No, I'm getting the shots on Friday, Alex.
Yeah, but you're in pretty good shape right now. You cut my hair. Look, folks.
I was gonna say, yeah, you got your
You
haircut.
cut my hair.
Did she slip?
Yeah, okay, enough of the ball jokes. Okay. All right. They're easy to make.
I shouldn't say anything. So.
Huh?
I shouldn't say anything. I said,
Yeah, you
"Okay,
just
go."
came back from vacation, didn't you, Len?
I did. I did.
Where were you?
Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Puerto Vallarta. Oh,
Yes. It was really nice. The place we went, Secrets in Puerto Vallarta, Secrets Vallarta Bay, all inclusive, adults only, just fabulous. I mean,
oh
just,
wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
all you can eat.
we like the view from your window there. I was quite
Oh
nice.
yeah, so did I. I miss it. We left the doors open every night and listened to the ocean crashing against the sand while we
wow.
slept. It was lovely.
Wow. Wow. See, that's why I like the show. We talk about happy stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. It is it's amazing. What my business manager, where is he? He's in Puerto Vallarta, is he?
He's somewhere.
I think that Cancun maybe it's Cancun. I don't know where. But they're away on vacation, and we want to go on vacation, but she's got to get herself together first.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking about moving to Portugal or Spain, but the problem is Marjorie has at least 4 doctor's appointments every week. And we want to
No, I don't.
They have doctors over there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but I have my leukemia doctor here who I trust, and my urologist who I trust. By the way, I'm seeing next week. It's really nice. I like when he puts his hand up my butt.
That a pisser.
Huh? Well, I had a doctor once. This is true in New York City. He was, I don't know why I went to him. I think he was cheaper than all the other doctors or something. And I went to him. Every time I go to him, he'd say, "We got a cold, and okay, here's some pills for you to take for the cold, or you got a sore. Yeah, this will cure it. Take this pill and whatever. Now let's go into the next room. Bend over." And he would stick his finger up my butt. And after about the 3rd time of this happening, I kept saying, "Look, I come to you for things that have nothing to do with my butt." He says, I said, "Why do you do it every time I come here?" And he said to me, "Well, because I thought you liked it."
Unfortunately, he was your optometrist.
But it was amazing. He never ever, it was loud. So anyway, that was that. But
The problem is when you're at the DMV and they do that.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Did anybody watch that abortion last night called Hollywood Squares?
I watched it for a couple of minutes. It was on, and I just went to it and turned it on. I said, "Hollywood Squares at night?"
I didn't make it to the first commercial. That is the biggest piece of crap I've ever seen in my life.
Well, what I always liked was on Hollywood Squares in the past, and it was true last night as well, when they say, "Okay, pick a star." I would just sit there and say, "Well, I will pick one when you get one up there."
And you get one, yeah.
It's like all these second-rate people, been in movies of the week and things like that.
I didn't know half of them.
You watched all of it?
No. Literally, I think I turned it off before the first commercial. Me and my wife were looking at it going, what is this? Is terrible.
Well, let's face it, Len, it's No Price is Right.
No, it's not.
That's right.
Right.
Can I admit something to all of you?
Yeah.
Marjorie knows this. I always, whenever I get a chance, I try to tune in the last 10 minutes of The Price is Right. Because that's the only time it really ever gets good.
Guilty. Love that show.
And I don't know how many ways they can say a brand new car. I mean, in fact, how many cars do they give away on a given show on The Price is Right? Got to be like 3 or 4,
Well, they've had special shows where every prize was a car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, none of them seem to be. I can't figure out whether they're good cars or shitty cars.
They give usually the base model.
He's the expert. He's the expert.
Yeah.
They usually give the base models unless it's like a special game. Then
Yeah.
In other words, it doesn't come with GPS and stuff like that.
You're right.
Yeah. And the other thing they don't tell you when you're watching the show is all these people, after they win, have to go backstage to a guy from the IRS, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, who says, "Okay, you won this prize. You owe us $3,000-4,000." And they go, "Well, I don't have the $3,000 or $4,000." And they say, "Okay, well, you can just sell it back. Just give it back to the program." And so a lot of people don't even walk out of there with their prizes because they can't afford to take them home.
Is that true?
Yes.
I'm totally shocked.
You got the IRS is, I think on all those game shows, there's a guy backstage from the IRS
I don't.
to immediately tell you what the tax is on it.
I don't think you have to pay it immediately, though, do you?
No, because you don't have
Don't
to
they
pay your
just-
income tax until
I think they
April.
1099 you or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Mandy.
They have a little bean counter that's back there.
It's her.
Hey, you get a $20,000 car and you finance it for $4,000, you're still way ahead.
Wait a minute.
Right, yeah.
You
Well, that was my last vestige of the American dream. Gone.
yeah, it's gone, completely gone. But I'm sure our new president will somehow send a proclamation that will allow people who are on game shows. By the way, in England, this is true. In England, you're on a game show like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you win a million pounds. You keep the £1,000,000. They're not taxed.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, on game shows, game show winnings are not taxed in England. See how much better other countries are than we are.
Has anybody
Yeah.
ever won gambling money and had B1099 for it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When we were on that cruise last year, hit the jackpot on a slot machine,
Mhm.
Mm.
Wheel of Fortune slot machine.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
and boy, it was going off and going off and going off, and everybody was looking and looking, and they finally came over and was like, "Here you go," and they gave us forms to fill out, to
Yeah. Yeah. I won $2,000 once, and I had to do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
How much did you win?
It was like $1,500.
Was that all it was?
Yeah, I mean, it paid for the cruise basically.
Yeah, of
Right.
course. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, it was just funny because it was just like, oh, let's just play this while we're walking out, literally.
Wow.
Yep.
Like a 20, I think he did stick in a, I
Yeah,
think
by the way, you had your current bestie on the New Year's show, and you make a very attractive couple.
thank you. That's who won the jackpot. That wasn't me.
Yeah, he's really fun.
Yeah.
Huh?
Also a conservative, so sometimes we.
Oh, God. Well, maybe I don't like him as much now.
I mean, he hates Trump, but I mean, he's still like.
Okay, that's the only thing I care about.
Yeah.
I like conservatives. I don't have anything
He'll sit
against.
there and argue with me about stuff, and I'm just like, just don't argue.
Well,
Like-
there's nothing wrong with conservatives.
I-
Okay, if they're true to their conservative nature.
Right. He's kind of complaining today about Joe Biden, that he shouldn't have done that, blah, blah, blah. Pardon me. I said, look, Joe Biden is being Dark Brandon right now. He can do whatever he wants. But I mean, he definitely was like, I totally agree that he should have pardoned his son. He was like, because
Yeah, because everybody was going to nail. They were going to nail him after Biden got out of office.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, Hunter Biden paid off all the taxes and stuff on that. So he squared it with the government.
Yeah.
He should have. If I did the same thing Hunter Biden did, I would not go to jail. Okay, so I think he was protecting his son against malicious prosecution. Okay, and I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I would pardon Marjorie
Thank you, Alex.
for any crime she may or in the future would commit. You can no, it's not future things though. You can if you commit another.
Alex,
crime,
come on.
Oh, no, I'm saying in the case of Hunter Biden, if he goes out now he commits another crime,
That's another
he
crime.
can be prosecuted for it. Okay.
Oh, I
But
thought I thought it was he was pardoned for future stuff too.
I don't think they can pardon for future stuff.
Yeah, they can.
Well,
About
that's what isn't that what he did today to those other people?
did a brother?
No, he did. What he said was these people are not guilty of anything, but they do have the problem of possible malicious prosecution by the government that's coming in. So I'm simply protecting them from that. But they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
The only person that has the pardon for future crimes is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He can do anything he wants the next 4 years. It's just official duties, and we can't do anything.
He has no accountability. There's no guardrails. Nothing.
Nothing.
Including introducing selling the Bitcoin and like making
Oh my God.
like
Right?
that grift, y'all.
He made up a Bitcoin. It's a souvenir Bitcoin, but it's not worth anything. But he charged a fortune for them and made, I heard something like $28 billion.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
was a
he's
lot.
man grifter. It's amazing. I mean, he just does it blatantly now. Like he don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right. He's got immunity now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, immunity, he doesn't have immunity. He only has immunity for things that are part of his official duty. You know, if he goes to a party somewhere and shoots a guy, he has to go on trial. You know, that is not a maybe it is a presidential duty. I don't know. I have no idea. Yes, Kelly?
You know, who decides what's his official duty is the Supreme Court. So they could decide anything's an official duty.
Yep.
If they say it is, it is.
Yeah.
I think if we've learned anything in the past, few years, it is that the law is everything is based on the interpretation of a law.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can make a statement about he can do anything because the Supreme Court passed that thing, but it's not defined. So
Right.
you're going to, I mean, most of what we're going to be facing, I think, in the next years is lawsuits.
Well, they did define it as official duties
Yeah.
within the job of being president.
They sent
So
it back.
if he does what?
They sent it back to the states and went, let them decide. They let them decide if it was official duty. So they didn't say he was immune completely. They just said it's up to the individual states in whatever cases there are to decide if it was official duty, right?
Hey, let's be honest, folks. We're all screwed.
And it's bullshit that he got convicted and whatever, and he's getting off completely scot-free.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
that's
I was taught in school when I was growing up, and correct me if I'm wrong, that no one is above the law.
He is.
I agree. I agree.
And I think that everybody, even the president of the United States, if they commit some kind of perceived crime, as he did, okay, and he is found guilty, he should have to serve some kind of
100%.
you know.
I didn't get my pardon.
Did I miss something? Oh, okay. I didn't have Andrew's.
Andrew had a bars on it.
Here, do it again, Andrew, just for Mandy.
Anything for Mandy.
Oh boy.
Oh no, I was just infuriated this morning. I was just
Me too.
paying attention. I've put my head in the stand, but today I just decided to vent and then now I'm going to just go back to put my head in the sand.
Well, Marjorie said, I'm not going to watch the inauguration.
No.
Guess what?
We watched it.
Why?
Why?
Well, I wasn't watching it, and I turned on MSNBC, and there was J.D. Vance taking the oath of office. Now, you know, they have to do it at noon on the 20th of the month of the first month of the year. And they did it exactly at noon. In other words, they did J.D. Vance first. He was like he was the warm-up act. And he did the Bible thing and everything, you know. And then I'm looking at my clock and it's ticking along, and all of a sudden it's noon on the button, and then they call Trump up to the podium, you know.
Yeah, but that's a completely ceremonial thing. It means nothing. It was not in the Constitution. At noon on the 20th, he becomes president, whether he's put his hand on a Bible or not.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, they don't have to go through that, do they?
Completely ceremonial.
Yeah, completely ceremonial. And then that speech he gave afterward, I don't know what that was all about. I never remember presidents doing that.
What did he do again?
Which one?
He had a bunch of meeting or something, some kind of a rally with a bunch of his toadies.
Yeah.
After he did the oath, okay, and then he went and he talked about all the stuff the people told him he shouldn't say in the inauguration speech.
Yeah.
So he started rattling them off, and they were all things like, this person shouldn't have prosecuted me, and I wasn't guilty of this, and and
Such a little bitch. Oh my God.
He's such a whiny little bitch. Yeah. What? Now, let me tell you something I'm doing today. And if you want me to, send me your email address and I'll send you a copy of it. Okay. But there's a thing that I accidentally had on one day, and it's called the AI Companion. You probably even see it on your thing, your Zoom. Okay. But it started automatically the other day, and people said that, In fact, you probably see it says something about it on your
Hey,
that I'm recording it. After I'm through, and I did this the other day. All of a sudden, the next day, I get my mail, and what do I get in the mail? A rundown of everything we talked about.
That's the new AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing one of those here. I want to see what it looks like. You know.
Is it time for my press conference yet?
That's kind of cool. I see the thing blinking up in the corner there, the AI thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So everything you say, they do a rundown. It's like, here's basically what you talked about. Now here in particular what you talked about, and it's
Let's test it out. Trump can suck my. Oh, no.
Hey, show some respect for the Oval Office.
Boy, how it shrunk.
Yeah.
It's my little desk.
While he's giving his inauguration speech back at the White House, they're completely changing the Oval Office.
Oh yeah. Yep.
They're making it square.
They have 4 hours. Yeah.
They have 4 hours to do, but I guess they tell them ahead of time, here's what we want. These are the pictures we want. This is the rug we want. They probably have a whole list of things like, which things do you want,
Back to the gaudy gold.
curtains, yeah.
Yeah, the gold curtains. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. We're entering, he said, America's golden age.
For him.
Golden shower, maybe.
Done.
Huh?
You beat me to it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Andrew.
Paula, did you say something?
Oh, yes, I said well done.
Well done.
Yeah, I have a suggestion. There is this this editorial writer, Jennifer Rubin, and she quit her job at the Washington Post.
Yes.
And she now is on Substack, and she opened up a site called The Contrarian.
Why did she leave the Post? Was there a reason? I think there was, if I remember.
Bezos.
Why did she leave the Post, guys?
Bezos.
Bezos
Yep.
wouldn't let him endorse Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going her own way, and she has people on, and you can subscribe to it without having to pay anything.
Wow.
Oh,
And it's Substack, and you can do that a lot. My daughter-in-law got me into this, into knowing about this, and it's really good people. And I think we're all going to need it the next 4 years.
yeah. We're going to need a lot of people speaking out. I don't.
It's not just speaking out. I mean, they have historians on, people with something to say that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's going to be an interesting next 4 years.
May you live in interesting times.
Yeah.
People who are older, like Marjorie and I, we don't know if we're even going to live through it. Depending on how our health is. Although my health's pretty good, and her health isn't. You're right.
Okay.
All your problems are skeletal.
I'm right.
Pretty soon, we're just going to have to string you up like a marionette to get you to go anywhere.
The thing that annoys me the most is the fact that a quarter of my adult life has been, influenced by this person, not in a good way, and I don't like that. I mean, this has been going on now for 15 years.
I think the only job of the president of the United States is to take care of the American people, keep them safe, to make them happy if you can, and to spread joy throughout the country, and most presidents we've had, I think, Obama did that, and I
Make him sound like Santa Claus.
Huh?
That's Santa Claus. That's not the president. I like the part about joy, though.
No, but you're supposed to protect the public, is what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to endanger them, and what he's doing is endangering us.
By the way, did you remember to set your clocks back to 1939?
That was the year I was born.
There you go.
You and Adolf were busy that year.
You know something? I don't know how good was it years ago. I mean, I wonder about, like I say, when I was growing up, we didn't have the same problems, but when I was growing up, there were, all kinds of things happening. If you look, that were very kind of,
Yeah, like World Wars.
well, World War II started shortly after I was born. It was my fault. Um,
I was going to ask you about that.
yeah,
It's,
well,
Yeah.
it's the 24-hour news cycle and the constant, barrage of information that we're getting. That's what's doing this.
well, I think that we're living in a different age. Living in an age of excessive information. And
Dumber than-
huh? What are you going to say?
Yes, we're dumber than snails. We elected this more.
Dumber than snails. Well, there are people, I'm sure, who voted for him that in 4 years, within 2 years, they're going to feel buyer's remorse.
Many already are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but I don't think, here's the problem. I don't think that these people voted for him because they were necessarily idiots. It's just they voted for him because America can't be happy with who they've got. I think we may have seen the last two-term president just simply because, the guy's in, you don't like what he did, your life isn't as good as it used to be, and you blame it on the president.
I'm just glad we have ambassadors to Hollywood as good as Sylvester Stallone and Mel Gibson. Not to mention the great John Voight.
There was a third one too.
John Voight.
John Voight.
But
Yo, you got a problem with that?
three people who have basically been thrown out of Hollywood. Yeah, John Voight. That's a good pick.
Yeah, Stallone just had a show on what's it, Tulsa or something.
Yeah.
That was good though.
Now, here's my problem. See, here's my problem with my politics, particularly. I just don't understand what I'm supposed to do with my life. I have an iPhone, a Apple Watch, a Apple computer running this program. Anything else? That's about it. Okay. What's his name? The Tim Cook was
Tim Apple.
at the
Yeah.
inauguration kissing Trump's ass.
Like
Why? Why would he? Especially because he's gay. And there's nobody more anti-gay than Trump. I mean, today he said in his speech, we're going to go back to there are only males and females, And how could he sit there and listen to this and put up with it? I don't. It makes no sense to me. Bezos, I understand. That jerk from Facebook. I mean, what am I going to do with Facebook? This show goes out on Facebook. I mean, what are we going to do with these guys, and why were they there?
They gave them each. They each gave him $1 million to be there.
No, they gave him $1 million for his inauguration party.
Well, that's part of it.
That's what got him the right to be on the stage.
Yeah.
All pay to play.
Yep.
Right.
I only gave 980,000. They wouldn't let me up on the stage.
Well, you see, you cheap bastard.
It was pesos.
Oh, it was pesos? Okay.
Yeah, 980,000 pesos.
I'm thirsty today. Anyway, so yeah, I don't. So I'm stuck with. I don't know where to put my shows on anymore. YouTube. Those people. Google. There's nobody there from Google. Google has not kissed his ass, and that's good. That's good.
Yeah, you watch. They'll break up Google.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, they're trying to.
They ought to.
What about, don't we break up people who just have too much? Like when they get to a certain point, we go, oh no, this is too much money's going to this guy.
Well, it's not about the too much money thing that you break them up. It's too much control over a specific market and a monopoly.
No, but here's the point. What about Mr. Tesla, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
He was
I mean,
there.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy has. When he started out, before he started kissing Trump's ass, he had $300 million,
Billion.
billion dollars rather. And now he has $400 billion.
Yeah.
Nobody. He is like 200 billion ahead of the guys in second place.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we come to allow somebody to have this much money? I mean, I know we're a capitalistic society, and I've even lived off the fruits of capitalism. But for crying out loud, who needs $400 billion?
Nobody.
Yeah, they had a picture of the three idiots there: Zuckerberg, Musk, and
Mo.
whatever. And saying that these guys could basically cure hunger, cure cancer, and whatever. And what did they do? Absolutely fucking nothing.
Well, it was years ago that I saw an interview with Mike Wallace with Deng Xiaoping, who happened to be the head of China at the time. And he opened up what was it, Shanghai, I think, and Hong Kong to capitalism. No, he didn't have control over Hong Kong at the time, but Shanghai, to try and test to see if they could do capitalism. And they did it. And by the way, when we saw it, when we went to China, they did capitalism pretty goddamn well.
Yeah.
But Mike Wallace asked him, but I thought you didn't like capitalism. And he said, no, I like capitalism as long as everybody benefits.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with capitalism in America. There is capitalism, but the majority of Americans do not benefit from capitalism. And so we've got to rein it in. These guys, there's no reason why somebody should have $400 billion and be getting government contracts. Okay? So, and maybe we're getting more serious than we usually get on this show, but I mean,
It's okay.
It's just, it infuriates me. And Elon today, when when Trump said, and we're going to send people, we're going to send Americans to Mars. And Elon Musk is like high-fiving everybody that's around him. Well, to begin with, all these people, all the people on that diet
Trump
are going to be dead before we go to Mars. Okay. It's not something we can do starting tomorrow. Are we bypassing the moon? Is that it? We're just goodbye moon. We're going to Mars.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. Yeah. No, we haven't. We've been there, but we didn't do that. That's the problem with the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you just swipe at, Boddicker?
Oh, I just finished my Wordle.
You finished your Wordle?
3.
A Wordle.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
3 shots. Three chances. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I've never played Wordle.
You're kidding.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Is it? I do the New York Times crossword puzzle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
I do it on my
iPad. Because I don't want to have to use an eraser.
Right.
To play strip Wordle, it's more fun.
Well, what is Wordle? You start out with one word and it has to wind up another word. Is that what it's all about, or something like that?
No.
Well,
Like
you
6
pick
blanks,
a word and you get letters in
Yeah.
the right place or not, and then you got to move them around and manipulate them until you get the answer. Basically,
Yeah.
there's only 5 letters.
Yeah, you have
5-letter words.
You have 6 chances to guess a 5-letter word. And so you put in one 5-letter word and it tells you which of those letters were right.
Oh, okay.
So now you have those letters to go to the second guess.
Okay.
And you keep doing that, and usually you figure it out,
Yeah.
But
Usually
not-
takes
Well,
good.
I imagine you get pretty good at it. I mean, you found ways to manipulate it, right?
you got to pick a good first word,
word,
a
yeah.
good seed word. But
Right,
yeah.
with a lot of vowels. So you knock out the vowels.
Oh, I see. So you have to put down a word at the top.
Right. Right.
You have to make it get to the word that's at
Yes.
that is the word of the day.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I found that that it's absolutely pleasurable as long as I don't have to look up my statistics. People that play Word will understand exactly what I'm talking about here.
Well, Marjorie, have you ever played Wordle?
No.
No. You play what with
Oh,
your
really?
friends? What do you play
Yeah.
with your friends? What are you and your friends are
Friends?
playing what? The word game you do.
Oh, Words with Friends.
Words with friends,
Like
yeah.
Scrabble.
That's like Scrabble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Scrabble. Yeah. Yeah. Um,
But I'm always amazed that there's millions of people that play Wordle every day. It's like a 5-10 minute thing that it doesn't take over your life or anything. But
Very
the
quick.
idea that there's people all over the country, all over the world that are doing this, I think is pretty neat.
It is neat.
look who's getting ready to split from work.
Uh-huh.
Gotta beat the snow home.
I didn't even work a full day. It's not like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just came in here to catch up. So
Well, anyway, you do Wordle. I do the New York Times crossword puzzle. I pay a certain amount of money to get them, and I usually do Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday gets a little too difficult. I have at one point in my life gotten as far as Saturday because each day starting Monday they get harder and harder and harder. Although the Sunday is not very hard, supposedly, but it's huge. It's huge.
Oh.
And I use every time I go to the bathroom, to the toilet. I do some more of my crossword puzzle.
That's why you're in there so long.
That's also why I've got one. It's also why I've got one hell of a hemorrhoid.
TMI.
we come to.
Hemorrhoid was 4 down, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're following Mandy as she's. Are you
I
going?
can say bye.
Are you going home? Or are you doing your?
I'm going to my class. Yeah.
You're going to teach your class today.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Because we might not have anything tomorrow, so everybody better do their exercising today. City will shut down if we get snow tomorrow.
Well,
Seize the day.
You got to get 2 feet of snow tomorrow. Yeah. Ooh.
2 inches.
2
inches.
Oh, 2 inches?
Yeah.
It's Atlanta.
That's Atlanta. Yeah.
Same here. We get
Atlanta. That's
It's gonna get really cold though.
Do you get snow down there every year though?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So this is unusual.
And it is so freaking cold. It's like 25 degrees.
Right now here in New York, it's 22.
It was 10 when I went out this morning.
And what was the feel like?
Feels like minus.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's windy.
61 here.
I remember when I used
Nice.
We're looking at 12 to 15 below tomorrow. 30 negative by wind chill.
When I used to work in Minneapolis, I had a show. It went until midnight at night. Went from 8 till midnight, and about 11:30 we had a break, and I would have go out and start my car, so it would be warm by the time I got in it. There's nothing worse than getting into a freezing car, So I would do that every night.
Especially when the seat is cold.
Well, I used to have seat warmers in my car. That was the best.
Mine.
You do? Isn't that the best? Isn't that the best?
Yeah.
You get to use them once every 3 years, huh, Mandy?
Mine every day.
Oh, she can use them right now.
Oh, yeah.
True, I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the technical name isn't seat warmer, it's keister cooker.
Is that Yiddish?
It's in the manual.
I think so. Where is we've got Jeff Stein here, but he's just black. Are you there, Jeff?
I don't know.
You hear me?
You don't have your camera. You don't have your camera on.
I came up
We can hear you.
late.
We can hear you.
I know you came in late, but wait a minute. Let me see here.
I'm just traveling.
The kidnappers put a hood over his head.
No, that's not what we want. I was looking at what I could do here to make it so that you would be, would be able to turn on your camera. All you gotta do is turn it on.
He had it on for
So
a few
he has his
seconds.
camera.
Right?
He has
Huh?
it on, or it would
He-
look different.
it's-
Something wrong with it's trying to go for the wrong camera.
Or something.
Something's
Who
on.
knows?
Spend the next 20 minutes trying to figure it
It's so
out.
much
Yeah,
fun
don't
when
worry about it.
it's so much fun when the show becomes tech support.
Handle. That's what my plumber told me to do.
Uh,
I don't know.
you could reboot, Jeff. I don't know. It says your
No,
microphone is
15.
muted.
And now he turned the mic off.
Yeah, you turn the mic off. Yeah. Yeah. Ask to unmute. Okay, I'll ask him to unmute. Anyway, so is everybody enjoying the new year so far?
I got a new grandkid.
You got a new what?
Oh,
New
congratulations.
grandkid.
Oh, nice.
Me too. Me too. I got one.
Yeah.
Ah.
And who else said me too?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
November.
Charlie too.
Charlie did.
too.
I got one the day after Christmas. My first.
Nice.
Mine was just a couple
That's
days
your
ago.
first grandchild?
Yeah.
I hear it's
Charlie's.
the best child to have.
My
Oh, for
my
sure.
fourth.
Because
Oh.
you go, they bring them over, you play with them. And after you play with them and have some time with them, you enjoy them and you just love them to death. And then they leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Unfortunately, she lives in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. But I've been told grandkids are the best thing to have. You can do it on them, you can do everything you want to, and when it's all over with, not my responsibility.
Give them back to where they came from. The
You have,
parents, right?
you have grandchildren, Paula, don't you?
Yes, and one of the best moments is when my daughter says to me about her daughter,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, Mom, now I understand." Oh my God, wonderful.
Well, when your kids finally realize that you were better,
What they put you through, yeah, because her daughter is 12. You know, that's going on 13. Need
Yeah.
I say more?
Boy.
Exactly. But anyway, so congratulations. So we have two relatively new grandfathers. How did you?
This is my fourth.
This
so-
your fourth? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
how lovely.
Well,
Yeah.
my business manager, who just turned 90, has,
Wow.
I think, something like 2 or 3 great grandkids.
Mhm.
Wow.
You know, he said it was weird enough being when you became a grandfather, but a great grandfather.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's supposed to be the end.
That's supposed to be the end. It's close to the end, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one person in the family. She just died for 112 or something like that.
Oh,
Wow.
112.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, 112.
Wow.
And until last year, she was pretty well organized person, but physically, she said at the end, everything hurt.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's I can't imagine what it's like to be 112. God knows.
Yeah.
You know, sitting here at 85 going, does it really get worse than this? You know, I mean,
Yeah, but we would see her at 105 or something like that. She'd be like a normal person walking around. And
Nice.
wow, that's amazing. So you have good genes going in your family, right?
some of them,
Some of them.
yeah,
Now you had
not,
others.
not the Stein part.
See, what I hate about my age is all the people that have died around me. You know, every week there's somebody who dies that puts another nail in my coffin. You know, I mean, it's amazing how many. As I say, I've lost all my best friends. You know, I now have to create new ones, and you guys are my new best friends, which is not bad to say. It's not bad to say because you're great.
So none of y'all die. You hear?
Listen,
Yeah, right?
you're a great bunch of people. I wouldn't mind having you over for dinner sometime if Marjorie would cook again. You know,
Yeah,
But
we had.
Marjorie, there isn't
go
one
out.
person
Yeah,
in
you
this
guys did.
group, Marjorie, right, that you wouldn't mind having coming over.
I stopped cooking at COVID, and there's no way I'm going to cook. If someone wants to come over, here's my kitchen. Here's all the
Knock
utensils.
yourself
I
out.
would love to eat your meal. I'll set the dining room table, but I'm not cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what are we having for dinner tonight, Marjorie? Stu Leonard's.
You know what we're having.
Yeah. Oh, we're having lobster rolls tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can catch a flight.
Huh?
I can catch a flight.
Yeah, again. Yeah.
I knew a cannibal that ate
There are
Leonard's
only
stew.
3 of them in the order, and we eat them fast. So get here fast, okay? No, but I mean, none of you people would I mind hanging out with, having you come to my place. In fact, it's happened with a couple of people. Len Frisco's been here, and Mandy's been here, and that's about it. Okay.
No,
I'm still hiding in the closet behind the
Paula's
back.
been
seen you a
here.
couple of times.
Well, oh yeah, Jeff. It's just I can't see you, Jeff, so I forgot you were there.
And Paula's been here, Alex.
What?
Paula.
Paula. Yeah. So I know. Yeah, I've had about 4 people here. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful. It's wonderful when I don't see as a little square on the screen. And everybody looks a little bit different when we meet them in person, right, Marjorie?
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah.
Well, you get to see their whole body. You get to see them moving. You get to see them from the side. You get to see them leaving you to go to the bathroom. They're coming back down the hall. It's just a whole different experience.
Right.
That's one of my favorite pictures ever. I just love it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want one like that.
Yeah, I have a picture here. When was
A
that?
selfie.
That was October 22.
22? Okay. I look about the same, don't I?
Very nice. Yeah, I like that picture.
Yeah.
I had seen you back in the 80s, so yeah. I mean, what do I?
Well, I look different than I looked in the
I
80s.
used to come to your show every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I went to your breakfast with Bennett's and suppers with Schwartzman and all those things. And I sat in your studio audience a couple times.
Really? I don't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You and I had a lovely chat about the video toaster.
What, in my time, maybe 10,000 people sat in my studio audience.
Oh, yeah.
You
You and I sat and talked during a commercial break about the video toaster. I'll never forget it.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Fine. Does anybody know what the video toaster was? It was the greatest name for an item that just really what my friends did is they invented a board. They put in an Amiga computer, and it would do all the switching for shows like we can do now very simply on a computer, right? But this was way back when.
Yeah.
This was quite an invention because what it did, it put the power of video and the kind of stuff you could do in a studio in the hands of practically everybody for $1,200.
Yep.
And it was an amazing piece of technology for the time. Today, all that technology can be done on your computer at home because, I mean, like I have a thing I use called OBS. It switches the shows. But in those days, it was quite an invention. They got an Emmy for it, I think.
You can do video editing on your damn phone.
Oh, you can do video editing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how I do all the crap in the background is OBS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And OBS is, what does it stand for? I forget now.
Old bastard something.
So anyway, OBS is a program that I use that he's using there that allows me to switch stuff and run openings to shows and things like that. All the what we call the language of video that you get on television, and it's free. Wow. There are people out there trying to sell things that will do the same thing, but nobody wants it because it's free. And OBS it's never been an indication they're going to charge for it, has there?
No, it's something open broadcast software, I think is what it's.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Open broadcast software. And people being open, they call it open. Other people who are more technical than I am can add features to it and make it do other stuff. And they have lots of different things you can. It's a wonderful program. But the video toaster in its day was exactly what that was. And I think that, it's nice when you can put the tools of video in the hands of the average people, and they can all be video makers, Of course, that means then we have 10,000 people doing shows like this, most of which absolutely suck.
And then we have to watch TikTok.
Well, I look, TikTok, I did TikTok for a while because it is addictive, because every time you swipe, you don't know what you're going to get next.
Oh.
And, so and I kind of like TikTok, but then I stopped doing it. It got boring,
It's 12-year-old girls dancing. I mean, it's really disgusting, actually.
Well, more than that, it depends on what you look at, and then it decides what they're going to feed you, okay? Because based on what you look at. And so I got a lot of kitties,
I get a lot of airplanes. Yeah.
But I got a lot of kitties.
Cats, you mean, right? Kitty cats.
What?
I thought you meant kitty cats, Alex.
Yeah, I said kitties.
Oh.
Kitty.
Yeah.
I didn't say kitties.
No, I didn't think you said titties. No.
Yeah.
I didn't say titties either. So, let's get.
Okay.
But no, I mean, and I found it kind of. And Marjorie, you do what? Instagram? Instagram, right. And you put in cats, and so you get a lot of cats and dogs, right?
And horses and eagles.
And elephants. You like
And
elephants. She loves elephants.
Me too.
I do.
My favorite book when I was a kid, and I will never forget it.
Here we go.
Was Babar. Anybody know what Babar was?
Yeah, I call it
Sure, it was
Babar.
an elephant.
French. It's French.
He was an elephant, and he was, I guess, he lost his mother or whatever, and he goes out and starts wearing suits and becoming like a human being. And
Andrew, really?
Huh?
Andrew's doing stuff.
I'm not doing anything. How dare you?
He's
Be ashamed of yourself.
He's doing.
That's what you look like in fourth grade, Andrew.
But anyway, I love Babar.
Me and Babar.
He grows up and he becomes the king. And it was one of my favorite books as a kid. Not now. Yes. I just look at porn. That's all. I'm all different. But anyway. So anyway, this is Martin Luther King's birthday. And do they celebrate it down in Georgia, Mandy?
Yeah.
Because I think there are states they don't celebrate it in. Do they celebrate
Arizona, for one? Yeah.
What?
Arizona. When I lived in Arizona, they did not celebrate Martin
Wow,
Luther
I didn't know that. That's wild.
What's with Arizona? Yeah. I mean, they're just strange that way. Yeah. But I thought maybe Georgia would be a state that wouldn't,
That's where he's from.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's from Georgia, so I think they're into it.
Oh, yeah, they should be. Oh, we lost Mandy. Well,
dropped her phone.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mandy, for having been with us. In fact, let me start thanking people here. Marjorie,
Bye.
what's for dinner tonight? Lobster rolls.
Yes.
Yes. We should do that every week. I should ask you what's for dinner.
You do.
Yeah. What did you make tonight? She used to make stews. She used to make
Here
stew.
we go.
Here we go.
Leave Marjorie alone. She's put in her dues.
No, but she was
I
such
put
a
in
good,
my hours and my days.
she was such a good cook, but she couldn't cook anything. She always cooked for an army. She never cooked for like 2 or 3 people. And so she would make soup, and she's got these kettles. They're like, you see them in an army kitchen, And she would then put stuff in, and I'd say, now just do it for like 2 or 3 people. Don't do it for a whole lot. And then I got to water it down a little bit. I should add more of this. Before you know it, you've got this stuff that she's like giving out to people because we can't eat it all fast enough. So, but she used to do a lot of cooking that way. And she's very good at it. She's terrific at it. But I've offered to take over.
I've offered you the kitchen. It's there.
No, I've offered like on Thanksgiving.
No, you start cooking every day, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do it like you do it. I will call out to, who's the various people you call out to?
We do Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Uber Eats, yeah.
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats
Well, that's
is good.
restaurants. You order from restaurants that
Yeah.
way. And we found this one called Ray's Pizza here. Not Ray's Pizza. What's it
Not
called?
Ray's.
Joe's.
No.
Down the street, the famous
Patsy's. Patsy's.
one. Patsy's.
Patsy's Pizza.
And we order from them, and it's huge.
It's enough for 2
nights
days
worth of dinner.
to eat.
Huh? Yeah.
We
But
get
what's-
2 meals out of it.
What's the other place where like you do the Instacart?
No, Uber Eats.
No, but there's Instacart too that you order out to.
Yeah, but not delivery from restaurants.
No, but I'm saying you have these are the
I get
very
groceries from
and
Instacart.
then there's Stu Leonard's and there's Zabars and there's all of those. Well, anyway, I'm Paula. Thank you so much for being here, darling. You got someplace to go? Where are you going?
I'm going to my daughter-in-law's to have dinner
Oh,
tonight.
you see?
Nice.
And thank you so much, Scott Boddicker, for being here from Texas. Thank you to our good friend Len LaFrisco, who is near Frisco. No, don't call it Frisco.
They get to go to a movie premiere tonight, so that should be fun.
What movie?
A friend of mine made a movie, and I had a very, very small part in it. We're going to go see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one.
What's the movie? Do you know the name of it?
It's called 3.
3.
It's about 3 women that come together after a nuclear apocalypse type thing and their survival story or whatever. So,
And what do you play? The next door neighbor?
no, I was in a very small part, no lines at all, just shooting people up on a freeway. So that seems about right.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Well, I have to look out for it. So maybe we can.
When it comes out, and there's another one I've got that should be coming out soon. It's doing the festival circuit right now, and that one I have a bigger part in.
Wow. Okay. Congratulations. Charlie, always a pleasure to see you down there in Texas, deep in the heart of, Francine Witt. We really appreciate it. You calling all the time. Same thing with Andrew Deutsch and his visuals. Charlene, you didn't say anything today.
Have you seen Amelia Perez? I know you're going off.
Yeah, I
there,
saw
but-
it. I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I liked it. Marjorie didn't. She felt she didn't like when they started singing.
Yes, it was weird a little bit, but I think I got it.
It's a weird picture, but it's a good. I think it's a good picture.
Mm.
And
Yeah, I liked
what else did we see? What did we see last week? I got a lot of the screeners. We watched the Demi Moore movie we watched.
What was the 3.5 hour one we saw?
The Brutalist.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good.
You thought it was very good now, Marjorie, right?
Yes.
You kind of didn't. You were on the edge.
I liked him. I thought he was fantastic.
I love him. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
He
know
should
what
get
you
an
mean.
Oscar for this.
Yeah, Adrian Brody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's see here, Charlene. Thank you. And Jeff, we haven't been able to see you, but I think maybe what you're doing is a minstrel show there, and
The new plan.
we can't see you. Anyway, everybody, have a nice week. Thank you so much for calling. I always appreciate it. I can't tell you how much.
Bye.
Everybody, wave good. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, we cannot close this off without having Edward Berger do our familiar sign off, which is
That's all, folks.
okay. Bye-bye, everybody.